Let me start by introducing who we are. So, PMI is a non-profit organization dedicated to advancing the practice, science, and profession of project management in Malaysia. We are part of the global PMI network, which spans over 200 countries and territories, with more than 1.5 million professionals worldwide. In Malaysia, we work closely with industry, academia, and government to promote project excellence, certifications, and career development, as well as knowledge sharing. You can connect with us on pmi.org.my or follow us on LinkedIn, co-organized with Agilemania, a leading regional consultancy specializing in agile coaching, Scrum, SAFe, DevOps, and enterprise transformation. They have been an incredible partner to PMI in advancing project leadership, especially in agile, hybrid, and digital space. We thank Agilemania for their ongoing support and expertise in building future-ready professionals. So today's session is part of the lead-up to PRISM 2025. PRISM brings together project managers, industry leaders, innovators, and change makers to exchange ideas, explore trends, and co-create the future of project delivery. The 2025 theme focuses on AI, leadership, change management, and sustainability. In a complex and tech-driven world, where whether you are from government, corporate, education, or a startup, PRISM is for you. Today, we are truly honored to be joined by two outstanding thought leaders and practitioners who embody this very spirit of transformation and leadership. Welcome to Dr. Prabha, CEO of Prabhakaran Academy and Samudra Management Consultant, Fellow of Chartered Management Institute UK, lecturer at UTM and USM, an accomplished author and a passionate advocate of capability development. Over 30 years of experience, Dr. Prabhakaran has served as member of the Royal Malaysian Navy New Generation Patrol Vessel Project, head of the Marine Technology Academy. He holds a PhD in Engineering Business Management and is certified in PMP, PMI RMP, Learning Transfer, and Kirkpatrick Evaluation. His journey from classroom to command centers is truly inspiring. PhD researcher in technology management and certified PMP international leadership trainer, has delivered training courses in 16 countries. Board member of the GCC Project Management Chapter, a senior strategist and transformation expert with years of experience in both public and private sector reform. He is a true champion of cross-border collaboration, and we are privileged to have him share his insights with the Malaysian project community today. We will begin shortly with short talks by both our speakers, followed by question and answer session. So please feel free to drop your question in the chat box anytime. Now I pass it to Dr. Talaat and Dr. Prabha. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mar. It's very important. You forget something, that I am his student. I am Dr. Prabha's student. Okay, he's my master. I'm my teacher. A few years ago, I got TTT, trainer of the trainers.
Yes.
Okay, I got 7 TOT. Okay, TTT. I got 7 training courses, but your course was really wonderful.
Yeah, my apologies. I should have added that. Thank you to bring that up, Talaat.
No problem. So yeah, I am his student and his master. He is my master. Go ahead, Dr. Prabha.
Sure. It's an honor. Thank you very much, Mahesh, Dr. Talaat, and all our friends here. What a wonderful introduction and a topic, humanizing AI, artificial intelligence. What we are going to talk about in the next 45 minutes or so, we will realize that no matter how advanced the technology, in my conversation with my friend Dr. Talaat, we will realize what is our skill, first of all, even when the technology is so advanced. Can I share this, Dr. Talaat?
Yeah.
Imagine, my friends, this is a national newspaper in Malaysia. This is the headline, Greed and Graft in Dockyard Scandal. This was close to 6 billion ringgit, about $2 billion then, a national project. And it came in the newspaper as a mega failure. If you are part of this project, how would you feel, my friends? Can you just put in the chat room your feeling? Imagine SMSs, emails coming to you. Hey, what happened? What happened? And for your information, this project, we had among the best brain in the world to build warship. We had partnered with the Blom & Voss from Germany in Hamburg and 23 other countries who are the original equipment manufacturers. What I'm trying to say here is, with such an advanced technology, we failed miserably. Sometimes when people ask me my CV, I will share this and say, this was one of the major lessons because within 11 months, we successfully transformed this failed project. All I'm trying to say here is, this is a lesson for me to remind me, though this happened almost 25 years ago, when AI was not widely spoken, but you and I know AI has been there for decades. We advanced failed. And today, I will share with you, with my friend Talaat, what are the possibilities of the reason for those failures. Bear with us. And like what Mahesh told, for the last 14 years, part of my life was dedicated to this beautiful vessel. And we are so blessed. The Malaysian maritime is among the safest trade in the world. And because of that, we can live in a very peaceful environment. And I'm blessed, thank God, for that contribution that we made. With all the experience, I've incorporated with a little bit of management experience from Chartered Management Institute from UK. And despite all this knowledge, when actually my friend and my teacher, one way or another, Dr. Talaat shared a couple of days ago, with his vast international project experience in many countries, he said almost 80% of projects fail. And I immediately checked with other resources, and the number is very close. In some cases, it could be higher. The next question is, let us hear from Dr. Talaat, from his perspective, what could be the reason for project fail or AI project? And the participant, we will really appreciate you share your thoughts too in the chat room.
Yeah.
What could be the reason for more than 80% of AI projects failing?
Thank you very much. Thank you for your humble, Dr. Braba. Yeah, really now we can see this statistics, as you said, for many resources, they mentioned that 80% or sometimes more than 80% of AI projects fail. And if we know long time ago that traditional projects, like construction project or any traditional project, we have 50% of projects fail. Maybe IT projects, the percentage is more, maybe 60% of projects fail, but AI really the statistics here is more dangerous. So if you ask me why, because I really researched about why AI projects fail, there are many reasons, really. The ROI is not justified by the projects. Return on investment is not justified by the project. The data quality, Dr. Braba, the data quality is not as good. And also the distance destination between the proof of concept of the project and the pilot, or are also between the pilot of the project and the planning for a project is long distance. So for that reasons, most of AI projects, not enough data, also depending or trusting on the vendors, subcontractors, sometimes we depend on them, okay?
Right.
We depend on out-resourcing people, so that may cause AI projects fail. So how can you link these reasons of AI projects fail to our topic, Doctor?
Wonderful, wonderful, Dr. Talaat. I really love Dr. Talaat's description about ultimately in today's business, data is the diamond or oil or the fuel for the
Data.
AI projects. You can have all the money in the world, but if the data is incorrect, for example, if I want to do a project in Malaysia, I ask ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is trained by a lot of data from US or other countries. That solution may not work for Cyberjaya, where Dr. Talaat lives, right? So,
Or Riyadh or Muscat.
or
Yeah.
Riyadh or Muscat or Tunisia or Mecca or
Yes.
anywhere, Bahrain. So if you want the fuel, the energy, the insight for AI is data. But before that, let me just, how many of you know this guy? Write his name in the chat room.
Yep. Please, if you know him, just write his name in the chat room. From X generation, yes.
Exactly, Mukhtar. Thank you very
Anas.
much. Maradona. Anas, wow, Anas, you are a world champion. Diego Maradona. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Diego Maradona. And for the younger generation, he is like a Lionel Messi or 10 times of Lionel Messi in the 1980s. Because in 1986, when he hold the World Cup, I was a second-year student in the university in Penang. And that time there was a crisis between Great Britain and Argentina. And imagine this guy, Argentina, relatively a smaller country, beat the Britain and later became the world champion. But why I'm telling you, Maradona is an amazing football player, no doubt about it. But when that expertise were used, make him the chief coach of the Argentinian team, with due respect, he passed away, I respect him. However, he failed miserably. So Dr. Talaat and friends, a lot of time, let's say you are very good in Internet of Things, or you are very good in machine learning, or very good in data science. Sometimes people will promote you to become an AI project manager. Just remember, because Maradona can score goal, does not mean he can manage a team of coaches. So when we are not trained to manage AI project, with due respect, we can be called accidental project manager.
Right.
Imagine you cannot drive a bus without license. You cannot become a kindergarten teacher without license. You cannot, of course, become a doctor, lawyer, engineer without license. But unfortunately, for the profession called project managers, anyone can become project manager. Even though we have exams like PMP, but very, very small group of people are certified. But it don't have to be that way, Dr. Talaat.
Yeah.
We can help accidental project managers to become conscious project managers. I'm so happy my friend Dr. Talaat has been helping projects and organizations and countries to be trained in project management all over the world, more so in Middle East. And PRISM will provide a great opportunity where experts, more than 30 experts, and I'm sure all the few hundred attendees, each and every one of them have expertise, and we can explore that. So why projects fail? Because AI projects fail. Imagine you are trying to drive a bus, but you don't even know how to handle the gear. For normal projects, traditional projects, PMI have a lot of certification, and besides PMI, there are other professional bodies certification. But when it comes to AI, there could be many, but I am familiar, again, thanks to my friend Dr. Talaat for introducing Cognilatica. And I just love the framework that I'm going to share with you today. And the framework is known as Cognitive Project Management of AI. And you know, I'm not particularly promoting this, but I'm using this to say the framework that they developed is what guided my presentation that coming. Dr. Talaat, you want to continue with this? How do you share your expertise with this triangle?
Thank you very much. So now, Lionel Messi or Ronaldo, they will not be very good coach, yeah? unless they got PMP training course with us. If they got PMP training course with us, maybe they will be very good coach. Yeah. Also, they are very good players. Thank you very much. Yeah. Now we reach to PMI Talent Triangle. This is the very famous triangle that all of us, not only project managers, all leaders, they should be aware of this triangle. And here, really very important question: what's the fundamentally difference between managing AI projects and traditional projects? Because we can see this PMI trend when we talk and we learn about project management, how to manage traditional projects or IT projects or software projects. Okay, we need this triangle. What about AI projects, Doctor?
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Dr. Talaat. And many friends here have shared your reasons and guidelines and also opinion why AI projects fail. I'm reading while listening to Dr. Talaat. Thank you very much for your sharing.
Thank you.
Like what Dr. Talaat said, there are specific ways of working. There are business acumen. But today, I want to specifically emphasize power skills. Anyone want to guess in the chat room what was previously power skill is known as what? Put in the chat room.
Yeah, please.
Let me see. What previously power skill is also known as what?
What's another name of power skills?
Exactly. What is another name for power skill?
Come in, my students, please. My trainees. What's the previous name of power skills?
You can translate in Arabic, Dr. Talaat.
Yeah, you know. Oh, good.
Soft skills.
This is al-haj. Yeah, soft. Yes.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Yeah. Previously known as soft skill.
Yeah.
But imagine somebody said, you are an engineer, but you need some soft skill. You get an impression that's not that important because it's soft skill. Even in some countries, unfortunately, including Malaysia, the training fee for what is known as soft skill is lesser than hard skill. But what I want you all to know, by end of today, you will realize soft skill is the hardest. Soft skill is the hardest.
It's the hardest. But
what I'm saying, when you do a research in why projects fail, almost 70 to 80% of the reason for failure is related to soft skill. But what PMI has done in the year 2023, we came out with what is known as pulse of profession. When you go to a doctor, they check your pulse, right? Whether you are healthy or not. So when they want to check the pulse of the profession, they realize power skill is the redefining factor for project success. I'm glad some of you shared, yeah? Communication. Leadership. Negotiation. Problem solving. Strategic thinking. Emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Imagine if two people are communicating, but they don't understand each other. They don't respect each other. They don't listen to each other. Communication won't happen. What will happen is conflict. So when the customer is paying for us to do AI coding, but here we are managing conflict in meeting, projects obviously will fail because we are using valuable resources for fighting. And all of us know when we are emotionally down, our creative ideas will not be that good. But for AI, like any other project, we require creative ideas. So before I continue, let me just share with you, worldwide, every AI project will have its own uniqueness. But what AI projects have common, these are the 7 patterns.
Yeah, okay. So Doctor, sorry for interruption. So how can this distinguish between or differentiate between the AI projects and software projects, application projects? Okay. website projects. So how we can differentiate between them? These 7 patterns will help us?
Yes, indeed. Yeah. 7 pattern will help us. Of course, there are similarities. When AI project, obviously, we still have certain element of the agile, of the traditional waterfall. We still need it. But when it comes to AI project, it is hyper personalization. Later we will share the slides, yeah, if you need it, at least the frame. But imagine hyper personalization. Dr. Talaat, have you checked a book at Amazon? You buy a book, and then Amazon send you another. Those who buy this book also buy this book. Have you come across that kind of message?
No, really.
Meaning, Amazon is analyzing your buying pattern and giving you recommendation. Or you go to YouTube, let's say you want to understand about BMW car. You check in YouTube, tomorrow you will have a feed, the latest model of BMW.
Mute them, please. Mute them. Ahmad, mute.
AI.
No voice.
And we can go through this, yeah. Again, recognition. Our face recognition is very advanced.
Mahesh, would you please unmute others? Mahesh, please unmute the others. Please mute the others.
Doc, from here in this channel, all are muted.
There is noise. There is noise.
There is noise.
Mute from the other room. From other room.
Hello, Muhammad Fakrin.
Yes. Muhammad Fakrin.
Sorry if you can unmute. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So this room, Kumar, please mute all of them from this room. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, my friends, don't worry about all these big words. Recognition. For example, if you come to KLIA, we don't use manual passport anymore. There is a facial recognition. Or when you do a chat GPT, a chat GPT know your tone, your intonation. When you're like me, my car, Toyota will send me, Prabha, your next maintenance cycle is this much. So they know they have the predictive analysis. When you have certain targets, you come out with your project planning, then they will say, these are the goals recommended, and so on and so forth. The bottom line is, the fuel for AI is data. And Dr. Talaat, being a petroleum engineer, imagine if you refuel an airplane with contaminated petrol.
Yeah.
What will happen?
The engine will not work. So
exactly.
Yes.
At high temperature, what happens if some component of the water froze?
It will be jammed.
Crazy, right? So, or drug is contaminated. Baby food is contaminated. When it comes to physical contamination, we can feel it, we can see it, we can taste it. But unfortunately, some data which is contaminated can be presented in a very beautiful ways. Right? Rubbish can be presented as if intelligent.
Yeah. For that reason, we said that the very important reason for fail of AI projects is data quality.
Exactly.
So this 7 pattern is very important. Okay, go ahead.
Exactly. So what I'm saying we will explore this further, my friends. Let's say you want to solve a farmer's problem. You can't be, with due respect, you can't be asking Professor of Agriculture of all the reason for farming. Writing about farming is different than go to the farm. Sometimes your grandmother who never been to school may be a better farmer than professor of farming. So if you ask your grandmother to put a QR code and give data, your grandmother may don't know how to write. But just because she don't know how to write does not mean she don't have the wisdom. So a good data scientist or AI expert is someone who can go and get the data in a conversation that is comfortable from the real. In research, we call that it must be true representative. That is why the validity and reliability of data is so important in research. The rigorousness of your research. So if you want to do a good AI project, first of all, we will come to that. You must see what it means by quality data.
Nice.
Just because you present in a SPSS or clever way of putting in nice slides, nice PowerPoint and beautiful look, that data may not be the high quality. Or someone who don't know how to talk well, cannot write, does not mean the data is low quality. I want to remind every one of you, my friends, clever people not necessarily have high qualification. Sometimes your grandfather can be much more clever people than people with multiple PhD. I just want you to know, whenever you want to do an AI project, always understand where is the source of data. If you want to solve a problem of farmers, make sure the data representing the farmers. If you want to solve a problem of school children, make sure the data have the voice of the children. They are the key stakeholder. I want to remind all of us, key stakeholder is not necessarily only people with power. Any other question, Dr. Talaat?
Yeah, thank you very much. Really, can you give us some examples about AI projects? I know now you are running recently some AI projects because you have to ride the wave, okay, or tsunami. So now we are dealing with this AI tsunami. So can you give us some examples about AI projects?
Yeah. I mean, there are in today's world, there is almost every part of our life is AI driven. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we don't realize it.
Automation.
For example, when you are coming to the airport, with due respect, if you come to KLIA, it looks very safe. We don't have uniform with M16 gun and all that. But our CCTV is all over the places, and we have cyber security who is tracking behaviors.
Yes.
So this is where we can see patterns and anomaly. If you look at the blue color. So when AI is observing certain patterns and anomaly means a wrong behavior. AI can give suspicious. So that is a project. If you go to bank, Anti-Money Laundering Act, the bankers can see a different behavior. And then they can ask the manager to check their pattern, their what they call know your customer, KYC they call that. That is a AI pattern. Personally, Prabha, like just now Mahesh mentioned about Prabhakaran Academy. I'm 60 years old. Moving forward, I have established an academy under my name, and I am hiring, actually developing AI. And this AI avatar is done with a friend from India, and this AI of mine will be able to identify the training needs of yours. So assuming you are a manager now, but in 10 years' time, you want to be a director, my avatar will discuss with you what are the skill set of the future, because we have predictive analytic decisions. Based on the predictive analytic decision, we will be able to determine what could be your competency gap. Imagine you're a project manager now, but in 5 years' time, you want to be a project director. So as a project director, you need to have strategic thinking. You need to have program management capability. You need to align with the portfolio of the organization. Based on that, my avatar will be able to identify potential gap.
Slowly, doctor, because there is some, the translator maybe is facing some difficulties. So slowly, you can speak slowly. Okay, thank you very much.
My apologies. Thank you very much.
Okay, good. Yeah.
What I'm telling is, just now my friend Dr. Talaat asked me what is the project. I told you in the airport, in operation theater and all that. But personally, I'm having an avatar. My organization chart, physical person is only Prabha and my wife, who is my boss. She's a chairman of the board. And then I have 6 or 7 freelance trainers. But my organization is also having AI agent. We are developing the agent. I'm training the agent. When you come for PRISM on 28, we will actually launch that agent.
Yeah, 2025. So really, I am the first customer of you. We don't promote your project, but really, I am the first customer. I want to know how to analyze and also get the training needs for me and for others, for my customer. Thank you very much, Doctor.
Sure. So this is a real life project that I'm doing now. And in fact, half an hour ago, before starting the meeting, I had my project meeting with my programmer. And the programmer is my daughter's age. I'm the boss.
There is a gap, huh? There is a gap between your team.
Big gap.
Yeah, between your
but
team
the
and
programmer
you.
is much more intelligent than me when it comes to the AI programming. So when it comes to programming, he's very good. But when it comes to business acumen, identifying the training needs, he has no expertise. So what I want you to know is AI is always a collaborative effort. So you cannot, I will touch that, yeah?
Yes, go ahead.
So if you want to, thanks to CPMAI, if you want to be a successful in AI project, like what Dr. Talaat said, 80% of the projects are failing. Why? Imagine someone driving a car, but they don't have driving license and they've never driven a car in a highway. They may have a Mercedes-Benz, but it only will be parked at home and polish the Mercedes-Benz beautifully every day. But you won't serve the purpose. So CPMAI, cognitive. You see carefully the word, yeah, cognitive. And the central idea is the data. And the data must be representative. The data must be meaningful. And data is only meaningful if you're collecting the data from the real source. All right? So first of all, we need to understand, what are we building? I was involved in a project in Sarawak. That was about 15 years ago. Sarawak is a state in Malaysia near Borneo. Some of you know Brunei, very rich country. They are the neighbors. But Sarawak, part of Malaysia, it's at least 20 years ago, they were very, very rural area. So I was involved in a small bridge project. For the engineer, the bridge is made of steel. But for us in the project, the bridge is allowing the farmers bring their vegetable and sell in the town. So it's not only a physical bridge, it's bridging their quality of life. Previously, people who are sick, they need to go to the village doctor. What do you call the people? They are not trained doctors, they are village boma. What do you call that, Talaat? People, they are not doctors, they are not hospital, but we just go to the neighbor and ask for medicine.
In Arabic, there is a different name, yeah? Tamarji, they have another name, yeah?
Exactly. So because of the bridge, now people who are sick, they can go to hospital. Many children previously cannot go to school. Now they can go to school. So the bridge is not only physical bridge, it bridges their life. So a project manager must understand, what are we building? So that is the business understanding. Of course, you and I are in the business. We want to make profit. Like for example, when Dr. Talaat is teaching project management, even though there's a professional fee, he will be very, very happy when he see your project is more successful now.
Yes.
Your customer is smiling, customer coming back.
Yes.
For a teacher, that is the biggest satisfaction. That's what we do in PMI. That's the purpose of PRISM too. So first of all, the business understanding must be clear. And there are multiple stakeholders. So those of you who are familiar with project, you know various stakeholders. So in order to do that, we need to understand the data. We need to prepare the data. Based on that, we will develop model. Like my friend, just now afternoon, he has developed the model for my avatar. And my avatar's name is Shri Jayaram. my father's name. My father passed away many years ago. So now I have my avatar as my coach, consultant. Who is my father? So even though he passed away, the wisdom is in the form of avatar now. And then you evaluate the model, because one of the biggest problem of AI, it looks very beautiful in the office environment, but in the real world, whether it works or not, you need to evaluate. Otherwise, proof of concept will be very beautiful. The reality could be different. And last but not least, operationalization. And it is a cycle because it requires continuous improvement. One of the reasons how you can do all this is with soft skills, or previously known as soft skill. Now we call that power skills. If you are running any business, first of all, ask yourself, why am I building this AI tool? What is the thinking behind it? Like I said, we didn't build bridge. We connect farmers with the business and social development opportunities. So you need to have the business acumen. Is not only making profit, is enhancing capability. The project that we built, the failed project, the similar project in Australia, it created 7 times what we call as multiplying factor. That means if you have a $1 billion project, the project that we did, the capability for growing is 7 times. But if the project failed, that opportunity is also gone. So understanding the business, and you cannot understand business if only the clever AI people sit down among yourself. So you will only talk about programming, coding, Internet of Things, machine learning, but you may not understand the business. So once in a while, go dinner or lunch with other people. Don't go with the same people. You'll talk the same subject. Sometimes the best learning can happen while having lunch if you listen to other people. Yes, Dr. Talaat. Any question? Any
so are you listening now, young generation? Okay, those people 20s, 30s, those people who deal with data. Okay, most of them engineers or IT professionals. Go and talk to the old generation, to the wise people, to get some from them. Look to CPMI, this methodology, cognitive project management for AI projects. The first step to start the AI project is understanding business, as Doctor said. So understanding business, you need power skills. You need how the business is running. You need communication skills, how also do visibility study. Okay, that's good for your project to be succeed. Thank you, Doctor. Okay, can go ahead.
Very good. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Talaat. And one very important part of it is also, what are the requirements? Meaning, you need to go back to the end users, and you need to understand the maintainability. Let's say you are designing an engineering project, AI, but the person who is maintaining it is a technician. So if you come up with a very complicated block diagram, flow charts, very complex words, with due respect, the technician may not be trained for them. So how can you understand the requirement? If you are doing for some children, old people like me, you AI people, if your what we call the operating manual is very complex, this uncle who is 60 years old may not understand. So you need to visualize what is the old people's requirement, including the font size. Some of the font is so small my eyes cannot read. So the requirement analysis must also pay attention to the practicality of it. And all this you cannot happen if you are not talking to the right people. So data must have meaning, and you must get from the real source. And of course, like Dr. Talaat mentioned, young people, but when it comes to AI project, or actually any project, we need to collaborate.
Yes.
Sometimes, like my consultant's name is Nikhil. Nikhil is about my daughter's age. I sometimes I say, Nikhil, please tell me. I will take notes. So when the young man is talking, I become his student. This is called reverse mentoring.
Reverse mentoring, good.
Reverse mentoring. So the leaders who are sitting here, you may be the director of a company, you may be a minister of a country, but sometimes you need to listen to the intern. Because when it comes to AI, the intern may be clever than you.
Yes, all right.
In Malaysia, like many other countries, we have something called power distance. That means when your position is very high, you think you are very clever. I remember 20 years ago in a board meeting, a former CEO of a bank, Dr. Talaat, you know, we have Dato, Tan Sri, this kind of title.
Yes.
So this guy is a big man, and he was giving idea about combat system of a warship. He don't even know what we call as port or starboard. That means right or left also, you have no idea, but he has opinion. So all I'm telling, collaboration is both ways. Sometimes the experienced people listen to the young people listen to the experienced. That's where collaboration can. And last, let me share a few more slides. When we were discussing with Dr. Talaat this morning, he asked me, Prabha, what do you mean by cultural intelligence? You want to share some thoughts, Dr. Talaat?
Yeah, because we know about artificial intelligence, emotional intelligence, but cultural intelligence. Thank you for this new term, cultural intelligence. Yeah, it's very important. ذكاء ثقافي, how between cultures, how to build bridges between two cultures. Okay, go ahead, Doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Talaat.
Before you go ahead, I think you deliver training courses in Oman and Bahrain. Is that right? As you told me.
Yeah, in Abu Dhabi, in Muscat, in Bahrain,
yeah. So
Dubai.
You have this cultural awareness. There is difference between Oman and Malaysia, between Emirate and Malaysia. So I think you have good experience about that. Let me here please ask the people here in the Zoom meeting or also an Arabic version Zoom link. Where are you from? Please, where are you coming from to attend this webinar? Can you tell us in the chat box? Iraq, Yemen. Okay. Here, Tunisia. Good. Baghdad. So this Morocco, Yemen. Okay, Somalia, Sudan, Yemen, Algeria, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Tunisia, Turkey, Yemen, UAE.
Well, hello, friend. Malaysia, nobody?
Stay in Canada.
Malaysian stay in
stay
Canada. Malaysian stay in Canada. Okay. There is a Malaysian but stay in Canada. Not here. Iraq, Egypt, Algeria. No one from KL, from Sarawak, Erbil, South Arabia. It's a new country for me, Saudi Arabia. Okay. Iraq, UAE, Oman.
Oh, Malaysia.
Malaysia, Khairul. Selamat datang. Apa khabar?
Okay, Penang. Oh, LC.
Hello. Ong, you are here.
Ada Malaysia ada.
And also in other room, also we have a lot. Okay, we have a lot also.
Very nice.
Okay, thank you very much. So, can you tell us about this cultural intelligence when you deliver training course?
Let me tell you a story. This was about 20 years ago.
Please.
I was part of a shipbuilding project. Our technology partner was in Germany. So I was in Germany for a few months. So we had some issues, some conflict with the client. The client is a Royal Malaysian Navy, an admiral, very high-powered position. So we brought one consultant, with due respect, from Australia. That guy, I know him. For me, he's my senior in the military, so I respect him. I say, yes, sir, yes, sir. But for my client, this guy is a consultant. So this Australian guy came to that office with the Malaysian leaders and raised his voice without respect.
In presence of this admiral, okay?
Presenting to the admiral and talking like, you don't know this, you don't know that, the tone, yeah?
The tone.
Power skill is not only the words, your tone, your body language, all right? Your choice of words. Sometimes we see in media, the choice of word is very rude. That's not good for our culture. So I am the project manager. It took me 2 months and a lot of money to bring the consultant for a 6 hours workshop. Within first half an hour, the client said, cancel this workshop, I'm going back. It spent few 100,000 ringgit and it's cancelled within 30 minutes.
Who's his mistake? The Australian guy or Admiral guy? Both of them lack of communication skills. Both of them
Yeah, I think the mistake is me as the project manager. My mistake.
Thank you for your honesty, Doctor. Thank you.
That's right, because I should have briefed the Australian consultant how to deal with Malaysian leaders. I didn't do that. I failed.
Yeah, and you have to explain to the Admiral that this Australian guy, it's his nature. He's talking, his speech. Okay.
So if I would have briefed the Australian guy, this is the way you do, and I would have briefed the Malaysian leader, this is their character, the probability of losing few 100,000 wouldn't have been there.
You lost few 100,000.
Yeah. You know how much the Australian charge per hour? Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah.
So to reschedule the 20 over people from different department to come back, I have to wait for 3-4 days. I need to pay the Australian his hotel and everything and his man-hour rate. I tell you, and cancel the venue, the food. They don't want to even come for lunch, and more importantly, the embarrassing. And next time, if I want to submit for payment, it's a bit more complex. It takes time to build relationship, and you can break it in a few seconds if you don't have cultural intelligence. I want you to understand, cultural intelligence is not Arabic culture and Malaysian culture. Dr. Talaat, you and your daughter may have different culture because of generation gap.
Yeah, right.
You may be in the same room, you love your family so much, but we can have different culture. Imagine in today's global business environment, there are stakeholders from different culture. So no matter how brilliant you are in terms of your engineering or big data or Internet of Things or machine learning,
you have to
spend some time to understand culture.
Yeah.
And it is not a simple, it is power skill. And when you do that, you will be able to understand the customer. You will, empathy means you can feel them. All right, you are in their shoe. Like I said, if you want to do an AI for a patient, a doctor must feel the pain. And today's AI, they can generate that kind of situation. If you want to create an autonomous driver, they must be able to visualize what could be coming there. What kind of data have we presented? So if the data is not without ethics, then they will say, I do car as long as I can sell. Whether it is safe or not, I only meet the compliance. And later, who is going to be accountable for it? You cannot charge AI in the courtroom. The leader must be there. This is where, I cannot be charging AI in the courtroom, right?
Yes.
My AI name is Jairam. Mr. Jairam, Sri Jairam is my father who passed away 8 years ago. I cannot bring him to the court.
Because he did mistake.
Yeah, so the mistake is not AI. One of my teachers said, a fool with a tool is still a fool. A fool means not clever people. You give him any AI tool, they won't be able to use it well. So your wisdom must be clear. And sometimes, like what I said, when problem happen, you can see the true character. A good leader is someone when he say mistake, yes, I'm responsible for it. Not, this person don't understand, the data is not correct, the tools is not correct. If you don't have that, if you cannot own your mistakes, then you are not a great leader. So in conclusion, my friends, the power skills that we talk about, there are many. What in simple term, the power skill is human relation, communication, understand each other. So in order to, like I told you, the fuel for AI is data. All right. When we have good data, we will be able to understand the business, understand the data, and prepare the data, develop the model, evaluate the model. and operationalization, meaning use it at the real place. Coming out with a proof of concept sounds very easy. The real leader will be tested in the ground. So a true leader will be tested during crisis, during challenges, during problems. Are they willing to take the accountability? So, how are we for time, Mahesh?
Okay. Because we started 10 minutes late, so I think we are good.
I'll be happy to answer any question, or I'll be happy to be your student participants if you have any opinion.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, please leave it in the chat room.
Yeah.
We'll try to answer as much as we can.
Yeah.
And those
If
which
you
we
have
cannot
questions,
answer, we will
please.
get back to you in the mail.
Okay. If you have questions, only drop here.
Thank you very much.
And also in Arabic Zoom room, also please, Abrar, Sarah, Aya, you can copy the questions and paste them here, please. Okay?
Okay, Doctor.
Please copy any questions from Arabic Zoom room and paste it here. And we will translate. No problem. Okay? Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Muhammad Atif. What about drop shopping? Mahesh, what do you mean by drop shopping? Is it the people who deliver, is part of the supply chain? Logistic business?
I think like Lazada, Shopee.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you very much. Like Lazada and all.
And some, yeah.
Yeah, they are so good in capturing data of your purchasing journey.
Yes.
And they can anticipate based on the data of your buying pattern, what could be the future requirement.
They use AI.
They use AI. Let's say you are buying a milk powder. Then they know you have babies. Then they know in 3 years time, you want to buy toys. You want to buy children books.
So drop shopping is also without inventory. They don't hold the inventory.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Without inventory. So based on that drop, they know which area requires more drivers based on the analysis and which path the drop person must go so that they don't waste fuel. Like FedEx, for example, their movement of the FedEx was studied by birds' movement. I hope you understand AI intelligent, we can learn from animals too. There are people who study animal movement to understand the martial art. Very good, yeah?
ChatGPT to make the
nice, yeah, online business, exactly, Artel. How can you use ChatGPT to best unit plan, or how can AI help us? Yeah, teachers, very good, Shiraz. My avatar is actually, you see, I cannot appear at all the places. So what I do when it comes to online meeting, I will send my avatar. My physical meeting, I'll be there. All right. So they will capture all the data, and I have a limit of authority. Yes, no, you can say until this much. Beyond that, you say I have to refer to the bot or refer to the boss.
Okay.
Doc, there is a question by Ibrahim Al-Saidi. How can team leaders strike a balance between relying on artificial intelligence technologies and preserving the human dimension and soft skill within the team?
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Ibrahim. This is such a wonderful question. I want, like what we mentioned just now, empathy. Empathy means your ability to understand the end user. That one you cannot depend on AI. You need to go and have coffee. They say break the bread. You have to have conversation. I'm a qualitative researcher. The tone, the conversation has meanings. So my suggestion, Mr. Ibrahim, in project we call that, you understand the responsibility matrix. What kind of job require more emotional touch? What kind of job will require authentic relationship? For that, maintain human. What kind of job is purely quantitative? In research, we call that the paradigm. We call that, pardon my big word, it's called ontology. Ontology means your worldview. So if somewhere relationship is very important, make sure you have real human. If you are serving your mother, don't send a robot. All right. If you want to give medicine to your wife, don't send a robot. If you want to give a rose, don't send a robot.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I think words would be too little to talk about both of you. And I'm really grateful for you guys taking your time and sharing with all of us, Dr. Talaat. So please QR code to join PRISM, see you in PRISM. And there is also one final Spark pre-event series, which is in person. That is Spark, the countdown mixer. Please scan this QR code to come in person for this event. So thank you, and send us a message if you have any queries. With this, I thank you all for joining today's session.